Hey everybody, welcome back, man. Y'all sit down in the front. Let the people in the back sit down, man. Everybody, welcome back to New Stuff TV, the Untechnical Tech channel. I'm your host, Antoine. Give me some good vibes, Richardson, because today we're gonna be checking out some new stuff from OneOdio. These are the Focus A10s, and I am all about it. Let's get this thing unboxed. But wait, I gotta talk about some things in regards to these headphones. It's the Untechnical Tech channel, but there are some technical things we need to cover first. These are active noise cancellation Bluetooth headphones, so I gotta talk about battery life, and that's the thing that really stands out to me. Even though it does say high-res audio right here, the battery life is what's really standing out. It is printed right here. Using, it says up to 40 hours with ANC and Bluetooth. That means if you're just listening to music with the ANC on, you're gonna get 40 hours of playtime. And then if you're just using Bluetooth only with no ANC, you're gonna get up to 50 hours. And then if you're using just the ANC, meaning that if you just want 62 hours of peace and quiet using the ANC only mode, you're gonna get 62 hours. And then once you run that battery down, you can plug it in for 10 minutes, and then you're gonna get an additional 5.5 hours after 10 minutes of a quick charge. So that's what's up with the A10. All right, for the price point, we're getting quite a bit of value here. You got your OneOdio branded case. Open that bad boy up, give some instructions. We might need those. I'm not sure. We'll just have to figure this out. I do not believe there's an app that's connected to these headphones, so you don't have to worry about going to the Play Store, downloading some stuff. You just turn these bad boys on and start jamming right away. But before we do that, we gotta pull these things out, get them unwrapped. Oh yeah, we gotta get them naked. There they go. They do look good, I will say that. As far as additional accessories go, you're gonna get your USB-C to USB-A charging cable and a 3.5 to 3.5 millimeter aux cable. That way you can listen to these bad boys wired if you want to. Now let's take a little field trip around these things. As you can see, they do swivel, which is something that's kind of dying out with over-ear headphones these days. I appreciate the fact that they do still swivel. Let's make sure they swivel the right way though. So if this is the left ear cup, we put them on our necks, stretch them out a little bit, and then you swivel them down. That way they're just down, and you don't have stuff collecting in them as you have them up. So once again, you got that swivel action there, and then you have the fold action. That way they are fully articulated. That way you can kind of just pack them up and carry them as you please if you don't have the case. We got a little Sony-esque type of design with the headband here. You got some plush neoprene. Well, this is like a leatherette right here, but it is very plush. Let's see how it sits on the head, because these have kind of like an egg head type of shape, man. You see that egg head type? Is my head shaped like this? Is this an egg? Yeah, that's an egg, because I got like an acorn head where it's kind of pointy at the top. But yep, the egg works too, and it actually looks pretty good on me. How's it look, Wilson? It looks pretty good? All right, Wilson, give it the thumbs up. Moving into the headband, you can see it is nice and wide all the way across. Moving into the ear cups, which I really like that classic OneOdio design with the record scratch right there, because the outer ear cup does have ridges. These are not touch controls, they have buttons, which we'll get into in just a moment. But first, we got to get into these ear cups right here, or ear pads, I should say. Look at that. Look at that. So we're doing it nice and plush. That way you got plenty of comfort on your ears. Now let's get into the overall comfort of the A10. So I can feel the pads touching my ears, and I actually have a relatively small ear, where I guess you would say a regular size ear. So if you are the type of guy, girl with the big loppity-lop elephant ears, you're definitely gonna feel it touching your ears, but it's not a problem because the pads are so plush. It's just gonna kind of lay there on top of your ears, because I can actually feel it, but it just feels good. It feels comfortable, and I feel like I'm encompassed in the headphones. So as far as the weight goes, you do feel the weight, but it's not heavy because they've got it nice and even all around the headphone, and it's supported very well by that headband. So there's really no discomfort. I don't know how long it's going to take for you to feel some ear fatigue or listening fatigue, but as of right now, feels like I could go on for about a good hour or so in a listening session before I even really need to kind of start adjusting them. So comfort is there. Now let's continue on that field trip as we talk about the controls. You got your plus and minus flanking your power button right there in the middle. That's also going to double as your play and pause with an LED light right there. And if you look on the side of that minus button, you're going to see your input for your 3.5 millimeter aux cable. And then if you jump over to the left ear cup, you're going to see that ANC button, which is going to toggle your ANC, your transparency mode, and off. And then right on the side of that, you're going to see your USB-C input for your charging. And now it's time to get into the part of the show that everybody came here for. But do they jam though?
Somewhere sunny at 75.
Man, there's nothing like listening to a great song that puts you into an even better mood, all while listening to it in some great earbuds or a nice quality set of headphones such as the Focus A10. I really like these headphones. Speaking of quality, this is the call quality test I'm doing right now. So these do have mics on them so you can take phone calls and stuff. Oh, by the way, they do multi-point too. I don't want to forget about that because that's important. So you can have your PC or laptop or your tablet hooked up with your phone, listening to music on your tablet or PC, and then take a call on your phone. And this is pretty much what it would sound like. But I'm gonna go ahead and end that quick test right there so I can tell you about how I really feel about these headphones. I like them. So that's your spoiler. Let me tell you about like the bass, the mids and the highs. So if you're the type of person that really just only cares about super deep, rich, like bassy music, just super deep bassy music, man, these are not the ones for you. Keep it moving. But if you like clean, I'm talking clean. I don't want to call these studio monitors, but they remind me of like studio monitors because everything is so crisp and clean. The brightness is right there just before it starts to kind of shatter. You know what I'm saying? Before it gets like real annoying, the highs are so good and clean, and the mids are, a lot of times when you talk about, like a budget set of headphones, especially under $100, the mids are awful. Okay, let's just be honest. The mids usually get kind of awful. Especially when you turn on ANC, it gets even more awful. But in the case of the A10, the ANC really doesn't make that much of a difference at all when you turn it off or on with transparency and stuff like that. And the mids are right there. My music sounded so clean and rich. And that's when I get into the bass. The bass is rich. It's layered perfectly where it needs to be at the background of the music or underneath where it's supposed to come from. Like bass comes from the rear or the bottom, right? And it's laid right in the track where it's supposed to be, and it doesn't interfere with the rest of the music. It's not muddy at all. These are freaking clean. I almost want to call them like studio monitors, man, because they sound clean. You know what these sound like? I'll tell you, if you've ever listened to a wired set, my favorite wired headphones are actually the Sony, I think MDR 7506 or 7605. I can't remember. I'll put it up there somewhere. They remind me of those plugged in with a fantastic amp. I'm talking about crystal clear sound. Everything is just balanced perfectly. They sound that good to me. They really do. I was actually shocked because usually under $100, you're getting into some mess, man. They usually don't do the mids very well, and they usually kind of mess things up. But OneOdio knocked it out of the park with these, man. Under $100. That's nice, man. That's real nice. And you get multi-point. There is no app support, like I said. But I don't even think you need it. You can go into your phone's app for your EQ. If you got like a Samsung phone, you got like a 9-band EQ or something like that. Or if you got an Android phone, you definitely have an EQ. But I don't really think you need it, man. They sound so clean right out of the box. I'm actually pretty doggone impressed with the build quality and the sound quality. So, hey, OneOdio, you kind of hit it right where it needs to be with these, man. And then you get that long battery life, built in here as well. So I would say these are definitely a good set of headphones for the person who's looking for a nice, clean sound. If you like maybe pop, country, acoustical stuff. These do have a good soundstage to them, especially when you're listening to country. I was listening to Joe Nichols, Sunny at 75. Y'all need to check that song out. That's my jam right there. And it sounded so bright and clean. I absolutely loved it. I don't really have anything bad to say about these headphones, to be honest with you. I wish I could, because that would make my video a little bit more, balanced, but it's all positive news coming from here, man. I gotta be honest with you. I just really like them. Either way, I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff, but what I do know is a good song coming out of some good headphones when I hear it. And the OneOdio Focus A10 just nailed it. So wherever you are right now, I hope y'all keep being good to each other. And I hope when you walk outside today, it's sunny and 75.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
Hey, Wilson, hold up, man. Hold on. Check this cat out, man. He just sat through this whole video from beginning to end. He didn't hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, man. He didn't even hit the little like button that they got on the little thing down there. Yeah, that little thing right there. These guys are something else, man. Let's go to lunch.